Okay, so now we're gonna talk about Ayesha Curry, right? How about you give us the background on that?
Ayesha. So, why am I giving the background? Okay, Ayesha Curry is the wife of Stephen Curry. You know, the
Who
chef.
is Stephen Curry?
Oh, he's like one of the top basketball players in the world. 2-time MVP, 3-time champion.
Right.
Golden State Warriors.
Just recently defeated the Rockets.
The Rockets suck. I'm tired of them. But yes, he defeated them. They
No
couldn't beat
Rockets
them without
slander
Kevin
here.
Durant.
But
They
I
suck.
mean, it's James Harden and Chris Paul.
It doesn't matter. There was no Kevin Durant. You had the chance to
But
beat
you
them.
have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green.
Draymond Green does
Iguodala.
not score. Iguodala is like 37.
But defensiveness is a huge thing.
The Rockets suck. They should trade everyone.
Stop it.
That's my hot take for the day.
Anyway,
but anyway, Ayesha Curry was on the Red Table. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Red Table Talk.
Red Table
Talk.
I always forget.
When we talk about Jordan Wood, same thing.
I don't watch the show, but I should, I guess, because
Yeah.
they create news. Like,
Yes.
they're popping.
And it's some good news.
Aren't they on Facebook?
Yeah, it's a Facebook show.
See, Facebook controls everything. Break them up. They want to take me. Okay, forget Facebook for now. But yes. So yeah, she was on there talking to them. I think they came to her house.
Yeah, I mean that's where Red Table Talk is. It's at Jada's house.
No, I feel like they came to Ayesha Curry's house.
Oh,
I don't know. I might be making that up.
I actually haven't
watched.
I haven't watched the episode. Full disclosure. I mean, I saw what mattered, and I'm still going to watch the episode. I watch every episode. I just watch it in my own time.
Okay.
But yeah, Jada usually doesn't leave her.
Okay, then I'm just making up stuff. Anyway, they were talking, and basically the clip that came out of it that everyone was hype about was she talked about how. First, she talked about how she doesn't really like women being around her husband, right? Which is maybe understandable. I don't know.
The groupies.
Yeah, she doesn't like the groupies. She doesn't like the fact that, he just has women around him. Like, she doesn't like that. And then she talked about how, like...
But she has to be okay with it, is what I hear.
Of course, right? She has to deal with it because he has to have women around him. And she also doesn't, like... she doesn't feel desirable because she doesn't necessarily get the attention of other men that are not her husband. She doesn't get that much attention. Like, her DMs are not popping, apparently. And she just... It makes her feel like, she wants to be desired. Like, she's a woman and she wants to be loved. She wants everyone to love her. Like, she wants to know, like, I'm popping today. Like, someone wants me that's not my husband. And, yeah, people came for her. So, go ahead. What do you think?
Ayesha. I mean... Okay. I will say I do agree with her. Or I understand where she's coming from. Like, every woman wants to feel desired. Or, or just, even if it's not desired, like, I want you or whatever it is, it's just, you want to feel like you're beautiful. And you seek that, I don't want to say approval, but yeah, that approval from not just women, but also men. I guess it just makes you gauge how poppin' you are or whatever. But I've never been married, so I don't know. But I don't know how necessary that feeling is in marriage.
No, you never been married. Get out of here.
No, but how necessary is that? I'm saying, like, I can understand or I can relate when it comes to just being a woman and just wanting to feel desired, period. But once you're married, I would assume or I would think that self-esteem boost it comes from your husband and your husband mostly and not so much other men. But I don't know. I've never been married, so I don't know that.
So you don't have to make it marriage. Can we just make it like a relationship?
Long-term relationship.
Yeah. So you've never been in a relationship and felt like. Have you ever felt that in a relationship? Like, man, I don't know. Like, I'm in a relationship, but like no one else is even checking for me. Like all these guys, like you never like had that level of, I guess, insecurity is what I would say. I don't know what the word is. It sounds like
this is gonna sound so vain, but I don't think I've ever been at a point where I think no guys.
Oh, of course.
That's what I'm saying. I
don't know. They're always checking for you. Like, come on, it's you. Okay, well, I think that I kind of agree with you. Honestly, I think that it's just women. Like, and it's not just women; it's just people. Yeah. But it's definitely more so women. Like, women just want to be loved. They want attention. Like, I don't see why it was even a big deal. Like, I think it was only a big deal for people. Like, I think it was a big deal in two ways, right? I think it was a big deal because men are like, haha, women. Like, you always tell us how much you don't care, but like, we know you care. You do everything for us. Like, which we all know. Men know that everything women do is for men. Yeah. Makeup, the whole thing is for men. Women try to deny it.
Because the thing is, no. Because the thing is, if it was for women would really, if it was for men, women would barely wear that much makeup. Like they could be good with chapstick, some mascara, some powder, and maybe highlight and call it a day. When they do a beat face, that's for women. Men don't care. Men don't know.
You know what a V face is.
Yeah, he probably doesn't even realize.
Of course I know what a V face is. Are you kidding me?
You don't know.
V face, you put mascara, you put foundation,
that's what I said.
exactly. You put eyeliner, extra lashes, lipstick. Come on.
Okay, he said the lashes. Right, but you don't care if a girl has lashes or not, if she contoured or not, if she did this bronzer, if she's wearing Lancome or Black Radiance. You don't care about those different. You don't care if her pores are more. Yeah. If her pores are big or you don't give a fuck. That's for women.
But do you know what I do care about?
What do you care about?
If she looks good.
Right.
And women do all those things because they think it makes them look good or.
But that's what I'm saying. They would do probably 50% less if it was just about the men.
I don't think women realize they don't have to do that much. I think what you're doing, you're giving women credit that they realize that like, oh, men don't care about that level. I don't think women understand that.
You don't think so?
No, they do not understand.
Like when they wear a certain eyelash, I feel like it's more for the women.
Sometimes it is, but a lot of times women do all these things just for men. Like you want that attention, and it's normal, it's natural. Like you should want the attention, and we'll give it to you.
Right.
Like you should get our attention. So I feel bad for Ayesha.
Too much. I think females actually make fun of females when they don't have their lashes well or their bronzer is like.
That's what I'm saying. Like the guy doesn't blend well. If her lashes are lifting,
actually looking at
or
those
whatever.
Things. The men don't look at those things.
No, I don't look at that. I agree with
that.
So
when women put that much care into certain aspects of their makeup, it's not because they think the guy is not gonna. It's because they wanna feel like Queen Bee in whatever room they're in, and they're comparing their makeup to what other girls have on.
I don't disagree with that.
Maybe the outfit is more important.
No, you don't. I think you're just. I'm going to a different level where I'm saying like the root cause of this comparison.
Though is because of men at the end of the day.
That's my point. That's what I.
Because the only reason, because if I was to use follow up on my argument, the only reason girls really want to be Queen Bee in the room is because they want all the guys, all the attention, not from the girls alone, but from
they want the girls to bow down. They want us to be like, yo, I'm the one. But the reason they want the girls to bow down is because if they bow down, the guys are all gonna be like, oh wait, all the girls are bowing down to she's the one I should be looking at. There's something about her.
There's a story there.
Yeah.
I can rock with that.
So we think Ayesha Curry, like, it's okay. We understand her.
I understand her. I'm just like, I don't know. What do you think? If you were in a committed relationship, or you are, and the girl that you're with is saying, I want guys to be looking at me and giving, like, lusting over me a little bit, giving me attention, how would you feel about that?
I would feel two ways about it, right?
Okay.
It depends. It's kind of it's a weak answer because I'm gonna pick both sides.
Right.
But I understand that because I don't want to be with a female that no one else wants to look at either. True. Right? Like I don't want to be with a girl that's like no one is looking at her like that's you, like you can have that, like that's good. Like I've seen guys that have girlfriends that are just like, guy, I'm so happy for you, like you don't even look there twice. You know the feeling of like, like someone else is looking, so you want that feeling, like there's a level there, but there's also like you can overdo it, right? Like I don't want it to be like you're doing this for everyone else.
Male attention.
Right, like you should want it or appreciate it, but I guess you should appreciate it more than you want it. Like you shouldn't go seek it.
Okay.
Because that's kind of a dangerous level of
you should come into a room wanting to impress, looking good, whatever, but you shouldn't make your whole identity about every time I walk into a room I need every head turning to me. It's
exactly.
Like, you want to look your best, but you don't need it to result in every guy coming for me.
Exactly. Like, it's okay to look good. It's okay for you to get attention.
Then I guess you understand why Ayesha is like, am I not the kind of guy that
I definitely understand
that other guys are, saying they want? Like,
I understand it. Yeah. I understand it. Something I kind of say on Twitter is like, of course, people making fun of her. Is I saw like a picture of like her and like I want to say Megan Thee Stallion or something, and like the way she was dressed was like very proper and like regular.
Yeah.
And then of course the way Megan Thee Stallion was dressed was like extra provocative. Yeah. And they're like, Ayesha, like of course we're not gonna meet your DMs if you're dressed like this. Do you think that's a factor in it? And do you think that she should? I don't want to say she should be blamed, but you think like she should like expected, like if you're living a wholesome type of life.
Right. What I was gonna say is, I don't love this idea, but you know how there's like the wifey type, and And the wifey type is usually not the Megan Stallion. You know, you're like, I can rock with Megan, but I'm not bringing her home to mom, whatever. Like, you know, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
So that's not the reason why guys aren't looking at her, in my opinion. If guys aren't looking at her.
Okay.
Actually, to go off of that, guys are obviously looking at you. Like what Jada said on the Red Table Talk was like, you're just not paying attention. You're just not noticing it. Maybe you've gotten so accustomed to the idea that nobody's looking at you that when there is the man who might take a glance at you, you're not catching it, right?
Yeah.
That's one thing. But let's say we're going with the narrative that no guy is looking at you. I think a lot of it has to do is that you're wifed up. You're with Steph Curry. You're in a very high profile relationship. It's like Michelle Obama is not expecting guys to be checking for her because it's that type of relationship.
You don't think guys are checking for Michelle Obama?
That's my point. But that's what I'm saying. I'm sure Michelle doesn't walk into a room feeling that male attention every time. That's not to say the guys are in the back of their head aren't looking at her like, but the way you approach Michelle is gonna be very different than the way same with Oprah. There's just certain women that and that's maybe even like, I don't want to compare.
I know what you're saying.
The two, because maybe Ayesha's like, I'm not Michelle level, whatever.
Right.
But you know, when you're in a high profile relationship and everybody knows you're a wife of blank, like she's known to be the wife of Steph Curry. Of course,
I think you're right. I think that in a way, it's like it's a level of respect.
Yeah.
It's a level of like, okay, like you're not gonna go at her unless like you're really trying to make her your wife.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna be like, oh, you're like, it's not gonna be a small level talk. Whereas a lot of women probably get that for whatever reason, right?
Yeah.
But luckily for her, she's been elevated in her eyes to a standard of like, okay, like you don't just come at her any kind of way. Like she's married, like you need to be a millionaire. You need, like your life has to be completely on point.
And she kind of has to be divorced. Like she's in a committed relationship.
That's what I'm gonna disagree with you. Like, I don't think guys care about that.
No, they don't. So, but that type of relationship, the way they put that relationship is different than maybe like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of another couple. Ooh, one isn't coming to me at the moment. But yeah, maybe Sierra. But no, even that one, everybody looks at that as this pristine like cookie cutter cute relationship. I'm trying to think of a relationship where that's on the rocks. Like that's a matter of time before they're not. Oh, okay. Not that I love Black China, but when Black China was with Rob, I can imagine that guys are coming for Black China still. You know, or Amber Rose. Let me use Amber Rose.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. But you know what I'm kind of saying? Of course, we didn't have we're not thinking of like a whole long list.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of realizing that we actually, celebrity-wise, have a lot of respect for marriages.
We do.
So the people that you kind of named that we don't have that much respect for their marriages or their situations kind of makes me think like, why them? And it kind of goes back to like the comparison I made of like the level of provocativeness, right? Whatever that word is, right? Of being out there. Like, it seems like that's a huge factor.
I almost don't even want to use Amber because I feel like Amber used to talk about it all the time. Like, guys never came for her.
Really?
And especially when she was with Wiz, because that was a marriage. Whereas Black China and Rob, that was not a marriage. Yeah, you know, they were just together.
Yeah.
So I'm going to still stick with that Black China reference. Yeah. But yeah, I'm like, once Kim married Kanye, different ballgame. Even if you even think about it, when Kim first married that one guy, Kanye
Chris Humphrey.
Yeah, Chris Humphrey. Kanye, up until then, was all about Kim, wanted Kim, whatever. Once they got married, I think I hear, if I'm not making this up, that Kanye felt like, oh, fuck, world's over. Fall back now. I can't approach. Because, right, in celebrity world, you kind of respect the sanctity of marriage.
That's kind of good, though. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, in real life, we don't respect, we respect marriage anyway. I think marriage is different. I think you are right. Yeah. I think a marriage gets respected way differently than a relationship. Because relationships get zero respect.
And to go back to the whole, like, it can't be about how you look. Prime example is Beyonce. Like, the way men talk about Beyonce, they don't, it's not like how they talk about Rihanna. But everybody can acknowledge Beyonce as a beautiful woman.
I agree with that. But do you think there's a level of, like, we respect, because I think that there is, like, a level of, like, respect the guy that she's with.
Yeah, that has something to
do with it. So, like, the guy that she's with, like, makes a huge difference of, like, no, like, you're with that guy. Like, it's kind of like if you're with my friend versus you're with someone I don't know.
Yeah,
like, if you're with my friend, like, oh, I can never even, like, you just become ugly immediately. But if you're with someone I don't know, you're like, oh, I don't know him. Like, what if, like, someone says, like, This happens all the time, right? A guy asks a friend, like, "Oh, what about that your friend, that girl right there?"
Yeah.
And like, "Oh, she has a boyfriend." Like, I don't know her. Like, I don't care about him.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
but if it's someone that you know, it's like,
That's
"Oh, that's somebody's girlfriend." Oh, no.
And all the examples I mentioned, like Steph Curry, known to be like this great human,
Exactly.
Nobody doesn't. You know what I mean?
No one
LeBron James, I'm sure the same thing with him and his wife.
Oh,
but even
definitely.
again, who else did I name? I named Stedman. Everybody looks at him like this.
We don't respect Kanye that much, but we respect Kanye.
Barack Obama.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't touch that. Like, there's just certain people that you're like, Russell Wilson. You just, you know, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Whereas Rob Kardashian, I don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody seems to have that.
They don't respect him because he like. We know why they don't respect Rob.
Because they think he got bitched by Black China too.
Yeah.
Excuse my language.
So that's why they don't respect him.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Yeah.
So conclusion, Ayesha Curry, we feel you.
Mm-hmm.
I do think she should like not say it again ever. She should keep it to herself.
I think so. I think okay, you're right. Fair enough that you have those feelings. I can understand those feelings. You know, but maybe don't share it.
Don't share it.
Especially when you're in a
It goes
marriage.
back to what I told you. I don't want to start a whole new thing. I'm
Yeah.
gonna just sneak it in about how like certain people cannot complain about certain things. You're Ayesha Curry. You can't complain about no one.
He's talking about his whole women privilege thing.
No, this is not women privilege. This is like Bill Gates cannot complain about standing in NBA line. Like that one. This is like another example. Like, because essentially her only mistake is like, yo, you're with Steph Curry. Like, your life is good. Like, what are you complaining about? Even like going back to something we talked about.
Woman, nobody would mind her saying that.
Something else we talked about. We didn't talk about it on the show, I don't think. But we're talking about Tonto DK, right? Yeah. And her whole thing. So one of the things, like, in her long list of things that she complained about and said her ex-husband like sucked at, she said that he was sexually incompetent or some level of like she tried to like go at him on that level.
Damn,
right? And there was like mad videos of people online being like, Tonto DK, like, he had mad money. How are you gonna complain? You take the money, like, of course, like, we know they're just joking and stuff, but it goes back to like, yo, you're rich. We don't want to hear you complain about how he couldn't do this. Like, was he giving you money? Like, did he have mad money? Like, okay, go away. People don't want to hear it.
I'm fine with it.
We don't want to hear it.
Depending on what or how, what context, whatever. I don't have that blanket thought that celebrities can't complain or rich people can't complain.
Not that they can't complain, they just can't complain about certain things. You have to, whatever you want to complain about, you need to think about it. Back to your
Bill Gates DMV,
and think about it.
like I would laugh if Bill Gates threw out a tweet that was like, oh man, DMV sucks. I would laugh. I was like, oh, Bill Gates.
I would laugh too. I'd be like, that's good for you. Join the line. Like,
yeah, okay, but you.
But like, no one is gonna empathize with him. Even though we all go through that, you're not gonna empathize with him. Like, oh, Bill Gates.
Sure.
So
yeah, but I'm not.
If your friend did it, you'd be like, oh, my friend, sorry.
Probably not.
Dolapo is like a bad belly.
Exactly.
I am a bad belly for this.
Like, bruh, if you became
I'm not comparing. I mean, I'm not comparing. I don't think about real life things, like small little things. Like, oh, go ahead. We don't want to hear it.
And if you the painting.
If I win the lottery and I complain about, oh, I don't know where to put all my money, like,
that's different. That's different than DMV. That's not the same thing because I can't relate. I can relate to you with the DMV. I cannot relate with you on. I can relate with Ayesha Curry on wanting to feel desired. Fine.
Okay.
But like maybe But in that particular context, it's not even because I don't think she should be able to complain about it.
She just didn't tell us. We don't care.
And not necessarily because of anything outside of the fact that you're in a committed relationship. So people are looking at Steph now like. You might want to. Yeah. You might want to make your wife feel more desired. To kind of wrap
up, we never really talk about Steph, but how do you think he feels hearing all that?
I think he almost would not be able to complain because her whole nexus for bringing this up is the groupies thing.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? He's like, oh, I get it. Like women are throwing themselves at me day in and day out. Mm-hmm. I can understand why you're like, oh, shit. Like, can I have one? I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe she's looking at him like, you can't complain. You better not start complaining with me about that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think he might have to just keep his mouth shut.
I mean, I think he'll definitely keep his mouth shut publicly, but privately, I think he's probably looking at her like, really? Are you serious? Like, this
or maybe he's like, honey, could you just not have said? I get it. Oh,
definitely he's gonna say like,
not have said it.
She should have like.
That's probably what it is.
But no, Steph Curry's probably like, oh, you're a woman, do whatever you want.
Why are you making it sound like
Steph Curry's such a good guy?
Yeah, this is true.
I respect you.
Or maybe that's just what you would have us believe. I don't know.
Like, he seems like
all
a really
these people
good
we think are so great. I'm like,
oh, you know, generally I don't go with people being good, but he seems like a legit.
You're right. His seems authentic.
Yeah, he doesn't seem.
I just happen to not like it. Okay. Okay, so switching up and going to shout-outs now.
Yes.
Quite a few shout-outs we have, right?
We do. We're going to shout out all the people that are popping, that are doing well, doing good.
Including, and not limited to, but including, especially on this beautiful Mother's Day.
Yes.
Our mothers out there.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
One of our favorite moms is a follower. And you guys have heard her on an episode actually a couple weeks ago, DJ.
Yes. Doing, out there being a mother right now. As we speak, she's being a mother. Mothers don't take a day off even on Mother's Day.
True story, yeah. My mom, your mom, Miriam's mom, all the moms, any moms listening.
They brought us here.
We appreciate you. You make the world go round.
Indeed.
And new mom actually out there. Meghan Merkel.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's a duchess?
Yes.
Okay.
Duchess of Sussex?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, her and Harry welcomed their baby boy.
Yes.
By the name of Archie Harrison.
I saw it and they were like, oh, the baby's name is Leroy. I was like, no, it's just I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, I saw Shade Room apparently was saying stuff like, oh, the name should be like DeAndre or whatever.
Yeah.
Andre, not Archie.
That was not happening. I don't.
Archie is like not like a royal name.
You don't think so? It sounds like a very stuck up type name. Like Archie.
If it was short for like Archibald or something.
Oh, you don't think it's not short?
No, it's just Archie. Oh. Archie Harrison, I think, is the next name, and then some weird.
Because I don't know anyone named Archie, so it sounds like a very out there name.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard Archie comics.
Of course.
So, but exactly in that context, Archie's just
in that context. Chill... But every other context, Archie is Archie. Oh, my name is Archie.
It's no William. It's no like. Even Michael's not very royal.
Exactly. Even William is not all that royal.
Yes,
William is the most common name.
You know what name I always thought wasn't that royal was Harry. So
Harry.
I guess
I agree with that.
I would assume, you know, if you're coming from Harry, I guess Archie is a little.
Also, it's a trend.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. So we're gonna get a Leroy very soon.
Yeah, Harrison is his next name.
Okay.
Yeah, and then whatever else is there.
Right, maybe we'll get a Leroy. Who else popped out babies?
And other baby news. I wouldn't say popped out babies, but are pregnant.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no.
Mothers.
Amy Schumer had a baby boy as well recently.
Yes.
His name is rumored to be Gene Etzel. Not even rumored. That's the name that they say he has, but I don't believe it.
Yeah, I hope not.
And for those who don't get it, Gene Etzel.
Yeah, no.
It's seeming like a joke, and Amy Schumer would do something like that.
Yeah, she's full of bad jokes.
And she's very private. Like she had a surprise wedding. We didn't know when she had, stuff like that. So I would think she doesn't want to release the name yet. We don't even know when we're gonna get a picture. So anyway, that's another new mom. Happy for her. And then, like I said, there's expecting moms. Blake Lively is currently pregnant. She came out of nowhere with a big ass bump.
Yeah. Who's she? Is she married?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. They have two kids already. Yeah, they have 2 kids already.
I don't like Ryan Reynolds that much, but I like Blake Lively.
I love Blake. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of her. So.
I love her so much. And then lastly, Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley, yeah. She hasn't really done anything recently, I don't think.
Yeah, not really. But she also came out randomly with a bump. All these secret pregnancies. She's also cool.
That's what's up. Yeah.
That rounds it up.
Who else? Oh, I want to shout out all the soccer players, the football players. You can do that part. Premiership ended today, this morning. So sad. But the Golden Boot, I think the first time ever, is going to be shared among 3 players. Ooh. So Golden Boot is like whoever scored the most goals. It's not MVP. It's like who scored the most goals.
Scored the most.
Exactly. And it goes to 3 African players. No, I know. I just want to confirm. Like it sounds shocking. So all 3 players are actually Africans. So Mo Salah, who's from Egypt, shout out to him. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is from Gabon. Cool. Shout out to him.
Shout out.
And Sadio Mane is from Senegal. Shout out to him as well.
I like
Africans,
that.
Doing some stuff. And also going to shout out Giannis because he made it to the next round.
He did.
And we have to talk about some NBA a little bit. So.
Yeah, shout out to Giannis. Good job.
Yep. Okay. Who do you want to win the game today? There's 2 game 7s. Are you aware?
Yeah. So
76ers,
and then Nuggets, Trailblazers. I would say I want the Nuggets to pull it out because of that Serbian king we have over there. Super cool. And then I guess I want to see Kawhi pull through for the Raptors.
I was trying to support Africans, but both teams have Africans, so whoever wins, Africa wins.
Which African is on 76? Oh,
yeah.
And then.
Raptors are full of Africans.
Yeah.
So Raptors actually have more Africans, so maybe I want them to win.
Right.
Because they have Siakam, Ibaka. They have even their general manager, their president. He's Nigerian. They have all of them.
He's Nigerian?
Yeah, Masai Ujiri. He's like basically the best general manager in the NBA.
So cool.
And he is Nigerian. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep. So
cool. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, probably Raptors. I love 76ers just because of all the young talent, but I don't know why. I just kind of want Kawhi to take it.
I want the Sixers to win just because I feel like if they don't win, their team is gonna get destroyed.
And I think Bucks versus Raptors would be more interesting.
I think either one is gonna be interesting.
It definitely will be. Either way would be interesting, but seeing like
Kawhi
versus Kawhi, like the heavyweight.
I'm actually kind of scared of the matchup for Giannis because Kawhi is a different level, man. Like Kawhi is going to just like lock him down.
You're right.
So I'm kind of scared. I almost don't want him to get that matchup because I feel like it's kind of like when a player like starts being good. Like, and you're a fan, you kind of get scared that, like, are they really this good? Are they going to, like, regress?
Right.
So, like,
almost like Isaiah. Remember when Isaiah was, like, up there for a while?
Right? It took, like, he came back, but, like, I kind of feel a little bit like that with Giannis.
Yeah.
It's like, how long is this going to last?
Is this just, like, a flash in the pan, or is this a long...
But I think it's for real, but still.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't want him to get tested like that.
We'll see. Yeah, but 2 Game 7s, I'll probably catch a little bit of both. Maybe all of both. We'll see how my night goes. But that's that. And to round it out for shout-outs, my girl Riri, if you've been listening, you know how much I love Rihanna. And she just, I guess, officially announced her luxury line a couple days ago. It's been in the works. We've known about it for some time now. But yeah, she officially put out a post about it. So she's going to have a high-end line, representing that Fenty brand.
Yeah.
Should be good.
Good looks to her. She's definitely, it sounds like she's making money.
Yeah. She's like, people with that paper can, support her too. Because right now, it's a little Fenty stuff.
I hope she gets to spin it off and completely own it.
Yeah. I love it.
I guess that's the answer
Boss
to
lady.
the album that's supposed to be coming out.
Oh, there's no album, right?
What do you mean?
Yeah. Oh, you think she's going to be making designer clothes and she's going to release an album? Oh, come on. Her songs are not going to be good. She's going to be thinking too much about money. What are you talking about?
I'm sure when Anti came out, she had just released a line for Puma x Fenty.
I don't think she cares too much about music anymore.
No, she always says no. I've heard her recently. I don't remember where she said it. I think it might have been a magazine or like an acceptance speech or something where she was like, although I have my it was during the anniversary for Anti or something. She was like, I have my like made many hats on. I have my hands in a bunch of different pools. But at the end of the day, music is my first love. Okay. She was celebrating her like Anti anniversary or whatever. So yeah, at the end of the day, music is her first love. So you guys don't kill me. I want an album, okay? And I hope it's gonna come this year. I feel it. I feel it in my bones.
If it comes this year, it's probably gonna be like the end of the year.
Why? Why do you say that? Just because she has a fashion line coming? Actually, when Anti came out, no. Fenty, the makeup stuff wasn't out yet. But I'm sure she was working on it. She was probably working on it at the same time.
Maybe. I mean, of course, we know that she's probably not the one doing all the little details, so she has time if she wanted to, I think.
Yeah.
But I just have not heard any kind of thing about music, right? Have we even seen her in the studio? We haven't even seen studio pictures.
We've heard rumblings in the industry. There's been rumblings.
She's gonna be on a DJ Khaled song. Like that's what you're gonna get. She's gonna be on a DJ Khaled song. You're gonna get another. What was that song called?
Wild Thoughts.
Yeah, you're gonna get Wild Thoughts.
Anyway, moving on. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I have for you.
Okay, see y'all next week.
Anything happening this week? No.
No.
All right. Be safe. Hopefully it gets warmer.
It's warm. Just hopefully it stops raining.
It's kind of chilly today.
Okay, today it is on the cooler side, but it's not cold.
Yeah, you guys like wore jackets and stuff. What are you talking about? It's cold outside.
You might have a point there, but whatever. Hopefully the weather turns out much better next weekend.
Oh yeah, Ramadan Kareem.
Yes.
We never said Ramadan Kareem to all the Ramadan people.
Yes, for sure. Okay.
This is day 6 or 7? 7?
It is.
Day 7. Day 7.
No,
Quarter of the week.
Day 7.
You're gonna argue with me.
You're right.
All right. That's it. Peace out.